Hello, hello. Okay. We good? Hey everyone, I'm Fabri from Lens Protocol, and I'm going to talk about how are we fixing social media today. Yes, so we can think today of social media being broken. Everything that happens inside these digital networks is controlled by these institutions. They don't allow for free commerce. Everything is on their centralized servers, so it's not us. They can ban and suspend us anytime, and we don't have a say on anything that we do. We are not the owners of our followings, our social graph. We are not the owners of our content or our profile, not even our identity. We don't have the choice to switch applications. So we are locked in by these network effects, and they know that very well, and they use that for making basically revenue, which is a very toxic business model. They are exploiting our information, our attention. They are like, we can think of them as information banks, and they are using our attention to monetize their products. And we are not getting any of this value. And if you think about it, like these applications, they are not easy, but relatively easy to make them. They shouldn't be worth so much. So the value of these networks is us. It's not the application. It's not the software. The software today is a commodity. So, and this is not a small thing. This social media today is generating 150 billion per year. This is our attention monetized by them, not by us. Nothing is going to the creators. They don't allow for split sharing between creators in any form. So how are we going to fix this? We created a protocol that abstracted all the social features that are among all of these popular applications like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we abstracted them into a protocol. So this is how building on Web3, on social Web3 looks like. This is my profile. It's the same profile. It's at a protocol level. It's an NFT. And my social graph is replicated across all of these applications. So I can switch between them. Maybe I don't like application one. I like it very much, but maybe sometime jogging with the developer decides to change his terms and conditions, and I don't like it anymore. I can switch to the second app, and all my followers will be there, all my content will be there because it's mine. It's associated with my wallet, it's associated with my profile NFT. So the friction for switching is much, much less than it is today. This will allow for a new generation of social applications, which are impossible to build today, because to build one today, you have to reach enormous network effects, like millions of users for the revenues from ads to make sense. So this is going to change. This is going to change, and this is going to allow a lot of more opportunities. So I was mentioning, we abstracted all the social features that are agnostic to our social interactions as humans, right? So we have an identity. Our identity is an NFT, of course. We have our social graph. Our followings are also NFT, relationships between NFTs. Comments, posts, likes, which are reactions. Everything now is on-chain, at least with our protocol. Our protocol, everything is decentralized and everything is happening on-chain. So you can create any type of application, and you can also interact with our smart contracts, which we have three main ones. One is the collect model, which the act of collecting is basically converting a post into an NFT, right? Minting a post as an NFT. So creators can now have direct contact with their fans and sell them and generate revenues through NFTs without any middleman, anything that is controlling or taking 100% of the cut rate. You can also create follow models, so you can create premium memberships or token-gated content through the follow models. For example, you can only see this post if you follow me or if you're one of my first 100 followers. And we also have interactions for the mirrors, which is basically the retweeting, sharing. So you can create some kind of logic and monetization around sharing. So it's not only, you can even get fees when you share a post. It's not only the one who creates the post that get a fee, but also the ones who share it amongst their social graph. This works? no. So how are we doing this? You can create your own custom models, and you can also interact with our models through an API. It's a very simple to use API, and we are going to soon launch an SDK. But basically, this query shows I'm querying a profile with certain ID, which is the first profile, with the GraphQL queries, which is very similar to SQL, but more easy. And I'm getting on the right, I'm getting the results, which is basically all the information of this profile NFT, all the posts attached to it, all its content, its media, whatever we need from this profile, we can get it through this easy-to-use API. Another thing that we are pushing forwards is gasless transactions, because if we are talking about social apps, we need to get to the mainstream. So the mainstream is not Web3. It's not these conferences. We want to get to the real users, the ones that today are using social media traditional applications. And they don't care about wallet, they don't care about wallets, they don't care about transactions, they don't care about Polygon, they don't care about anything of that. They want to use the social app, download it from the App Store or whatever, and use it. So for doing that, we have to invent gasless transactions. So it's called we created this thing called the dispatcher, which is basically an intermediate wallet with a balance. So every transaction here, like posts or follows or likes, everything goes through the dispatcher, and you only allow the dispatcher once with the MetaMask pop-up, and that's the only thing that you have to do. Then it's like a simple traditional Web2 application. We are the biggest social protocol by far today. We just reached a big milestone, which is 100K profiles, just recently. We are at 500,000 posts today, and also almost 1 million collects, which collects was the act of minting posts as NFTs. And we are seeing a lot of success stories of people using posts to raise funds. So it's very exciting to see how the social ecosystem is developing. And we are calling this ecosystem the Lensverse. Lensverse is the name of all the social applications that are being built today through our grants program and through the community of developers. Actually, many of them are here today, and here today in India too. You can check out more about the Lensverse in our website, /thelensverse. And we are seeing mobile apps too. So gasless transactions, obviously, is for mobile, right? So you can really now use simple mobile applications exactly like they are in Web2, but they are Web3 and they are connected to the blockchain through an API. So it's a very seamless experience. These are two of the ones that you can download right now from the App Store, Fever and Orb, and many more coming. This is also one application. This is the most popular front end that we have using Lens as a protocol. It's very similar to what we are accustomed to. You have a profile, you have your post. So this is connected to your wallet. And if you don't connect your wallet, you can access or you can allow the dispatcher to post on your behalf. We also seen multimedia apps appearing. So this, of course, is all is hosted in decentralized storage using Arweave or IPFS. And every time you post, your post is spread at the protocol level throughout the Lens ecosystem, and people are allowed to collect these posts, these videos, and mint them as NFTs. We're also seeing different kind of innovations. For example, this mobile app is all about curation. So if the content is now not application specific, it's at the protocol level. So every app now can use all of this content and maybe curate them in a way that is useful or adds value to some community or use case. So they are doing just that. In this app, you don't post, you just see all the images that are generated through people into the Lens protocol. So this is about business models. So today, we don't have any of these layers, right? Everything is taken by social media monopolies, basically. So with Web3 Social, we are bringing two new layers, which is, of course, the gas fees for the blockchain. But now we are going to allow for front-end fees and, of course, protocol fees, which is our business model. But the main important one is that everything goes to the creator. Everything goes to the creator, like 95%. And then the front end is going to take fees. So if you build an application, the friction now is lower because you have Lens as a back end. So building an application is just basically front end. And then you get front end fees of the economic activity that happens inside your applications. So this is really game changing. And this is like, will create like a new social class of developers. Today, you don't have developers successful, especially in social media. We are seeing new applications being successful in just 5 months. And this is because now we allow for a free market and a free real capitalism. Like before, we don't have capitalism in the social space today, but we are having it now. So this is an example, for example, of the act of collect, which is, minting a post as an NFT. And you as the creator of the content, you can say, okay, I'm going to post this image, video, or whatever, and this is how I will allow the community to mint this as an NFT. So I put a price. I may do it limited or unlimited, and I may also add a fee for everyone that refers this post. So this is how the interface looks in Lenster. For example, this post, I want everyone to collect it by 100 Matic. Of course, after they collect these posts are going to OpenSea, right? They are NFTs, and they are minted on the Polygon blockchain, and they are like, they can be resell in a secondary market like any NFT that we know of. Again, this is important because creators can interact directly with their fans, with their followers, with no middleman. So if you want to start with Lens, I would recommend these links. Of course, the documentation is updated and talks about how to interact with API, in case you are Solidity devs, how to interact directly with the smart contracts. You can check out our apps page, check out all the applications that are emerging. We have more than 200 applications already built on Lens. If you have an idea for an application, I will encourage you to go through our grants process. We have monthly reviews every month. And if you don't have an idea, you can also check our ideas page for a little bit of help how to think on what to build on Web3 Social. That's it. Thank you very much. That was Lens Protocol.